Hey yo, I like why this. 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 I like.
Yes, or it could be something that you have witnessed growing up.
But even
Because there is some people that they just they don't have it. They don't come from it, but magically
right.
they have developed this
So
habit, this talent that's
no,
just
they could.
like
Right. So all right,
it's
I'm
developed over time.
gonna give you another example.
You have most of your entrepreneurs
Right.
who don't come from money.
No,
They come from very humble beginnings. They didn't watch their parents
no.
earn a certain income.
But I'm gonna show you this. Right. I'm gonna give you another example. You have some people who have beautiful voice and they can sing.
Yes.
They can blow. They can sing better than a lot of guys that are out there that has contracts and stuff, right? But yet those people never make it. They get opportunity. For example, Ruben Studdard. I think he has a great voice. Even Luther, before he died, was trying, when he win American Idol or whatever, Luther wanted to get involved and try to help him, right? Ruben had albums, and but he never, with the voice that he has, never realized his full potential. Why? Because in his DNA, it's not encrypted. He loves doing music. He has the talent to do music, but that extra 20 hours that you need to spend working on a particular project, he does not have that. So he'll spend whatever he has to spend, and then he moves on.
So would you say that's by choice, or
That
is it by DNA?
It's by DNA. It's by DNA. You cannot teach that. I learned that. You cannot teach that. There's some people you could do everything you possibly want to do to try and help them to succeed. They will never succeed. People don't get this. There are some people who just don't have it. Now,
So
they
it's
could succeed
almost
at something else,
It's a
but
natural selection.
it's a natural selection. That, you know what? That's very, very beautiful the way you put that.
Yeah.
I like the way you put that.
Yeah.
It's a natural selection.
Yes.
It's like, okay, if you don't, like, for example, I want a six pack, right? I want one. I really, really want a six pack. I want it real bad.
Yeah.
I feel a six pack is gonna make me so attractive and whatever. I start to work out for a little while and then I stop. While I see other people who it's just the thing for them and they could get into it and they get into that. It's so hard for me to get there. Now I can build a habit over time.
Yeah.
Over time, I can build a habit.
Right.
So I can start working out, and over time, I can build a habit. So yes, I can build a habit, but in my DNA, it's not encrypted.
Okay.
And the minute I ease back, I fall off that train. Right?
Yeah.
So when we talk about certain things that's directly encrypted in us as a human being, and I'm trying to take this to the primal level, because I think we always elevate it to a level where we're talking about relationships and all of that on a level where we're saying, you know what, we believe that we can do all of this stuff. A lot of times we don't have control. Just like I say to women all the time, if you understand men, you would never be unhappy. Right. If you understand men, because facts, we are cheaters. So if a woman understand that you get in a man,
can be cheaters.
Not can be, we are.
Can be.
No. So you see, women have it and the day women can accept this.
But here's the thing. I don't feel like every man wakes up and say, you know what? I'm just going to cheat today.
No, we don't wake up and say that. No, absolutely not.
There's a reason that pushes or that drives that cheating instinct.
Vagina.
Of course.
That's the only reason. Vagina. That's it. It's not that complicated. It's not that complicated.
That's it.
I'm gonna tell you, that's it. Vagina. That's the reason.
I don't want to think that. And
you
know
don't want,
what?
but
here's the thing, though. Here's the funny thing about it. Like I said, I come from dysfunction, and I agree with you a strong 99.999999999%.
Because you know I'm telling the truth. Right. Because you know I'm telling the truth.
Yeah.
The thing is that if women look at it in the reverse of how you were saying it, is all men are cheaters, but men can be faithful. We can be.
Can be.
Yes, we can be faithful.
Absolutely.
There, you have men who are faithful. So when I say all men is dog, I don't want everybody to say, oh, wait. No, listen, men can be faithful, but it takes something for us to be faithful. See, a couple of things that happens in relationships that cause men to stay being a dog. And a lot of times it all hinges on the woman, right? Because sometimes when a woman has a man and first of all, when you first meet a man in your head as a woman, you should say, I'm getting a dog. But you must make the decision as to whether or not. You must make the decision whether or not that this dog is worth having.
Oh.
Right? That's the first piece you need to do. Is this dog worth having? When you decide that this dog is worth having, then the next thing for you is to say, I am going to train this dog. I went to the pound. I see this little puppy. Likes to piss on the carpet, but I like the puppy. And this puppy is worth having. So I'm going to train the puppy. So now you decide that this is the puppy you want to train. There is a series of things that you could do that could train that man.
Why do women have to do that, though? Because
if you don't, you will have a dog for life.
But, okay, so that comes down to the whole momming situation in a sense.
No.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Because if I'm going into the dating world thinking like I'm about to get a dog, I might as well go get a goddamn dog.
And here's what happened. If you go
That's
into
not my responsibility.
If you don't,
I think that men should be accountable for.
In what world? Not in this world. See, I'm telling the truth, right?
You are telling the truth.
So,
absolutely, but I'm also going to tell you the truth from this end as well.
Right.
And I think that it's a cop-out to say, women should automatically adhere to knowing that they're going to get a dog. Like, all right, it's like if I were to tell you, okay, you should be very wary of the fact that you might get somebody that's promiscuous. You might get a Jezebel on your hand.
True.
Are you ready to deal with that?
No,
like
So here's the thing. When I talk about man being dog, it's in nature, right? In our nature, that's what we are. In a woman's nature, it's not really in a woman's nature to be promiscuous. Can I get a promiscuous woman?
No, because woman created man.
No. Women value security.
Yes.
Right? So one of the reasons that prevents a lot of women from being promiscuous is that, all right, there's a lot of things to unpack here, right? I always say women are 99% smarter than men. Women are way smarter than any man. And the reason why women are smarter than men is because women are thinking animals. We're impulsive. Women think about everything. So for you, whenever you see me and you're going to try to get involved with me, you're going to think about what the consequences of being involved with me may bring you. Whereas a man, it's just like, I want to get it, and I'm going to get it, and I'm going to bounce, right? That's my thought initially. So because you guys think more.
So here's the question. What switches that after? Like
what
after
switches
you,
that?
after you
No, all right, I'm going to tell you what switches it. Right. So when you as a woman see me and you think what keeps a woman from cheating as much, because it doesn't mean that a woman cheat less than men or women don't want to cheat and all that stuff. That's BS. She's a human being just as we are. And she see another guy. I'm never being in any illusion that my woman don't want another man. She see another guy because there's another guy like me out there or several other guys like me or several guys that will turn her on. Right. But what prevents a woman from cheating is that she's a thinking animal and she thinks about the consequences of her action a lot of the times. Okay, if I go to this guy, I have this guy that's providing everything that I need in life. But I go mess with this guy, what is he bringing to the table? He's not bringing, no, you know what? Leave that alone. With me, I have this woman who's the best woman. She's giving me sex. She give me threesome, on my birthdays and stuff like that. And she does everything. I'm giving you all the extremes, right?
Yeah.
But then this little chick that comes, that's not even half of what my woman is. I'm going to sleep with her. She bringing pum-pum.
She's the new quest.
Yes, she's bringing pum-pum. Now, here's what changed that from your question, right? when our brains start working, you remember I tell you there's a recorder in the back of our head. So you as a woman, I see you. Prior to sleeping with you, I'm recording everything about you. So I see how you carry yourself. I see how you take care of yourself. I see how you do things. I see the things that, because men have things that they want in their life as well. And when I see those things, then now I make this mental note of it. Once I sleep with you, the sex got to be good.
So wait, there's other things that go in the list of wanting to have sex with a woman.
No, nothing. Sex. My purpose is I'm a
But
bang.
you just
No,
said
I have
that
the no
you
no.
see how
I have the recorder in my back of my head because I'm
Okay.
seeing everything you're doing. But my
But-
goal.
So you're telling me you can literally just look at somebody.
Mhm.
You don't care, like
I could hate you. I could
she
hate
could
you.
have on
I could hate you.
a velour suit with like some thick cable socks.
Yep.
And some penny loafers with
Yep.
a penny in the sleeve.
Yep. Yep.
Turtleneck.
Yep. Yep. I see you. I could look here. I could literally hate you.
Pants up to her neck.
I can hate you. I could literally hate you and sleep with you. That's a
scary.
man.
That's scary.
I can hate you if I need to relieve whatever. I don't like this girl for nothing. I just want to bang her because guess what? You got a big butt. Guess what? She got some nice tits. Guess
It could
what?
Be musty.
I've heard. Look, I have heard. Ladies and gentlemen, you were live. In the studio right now, J Star walked into the studio. We're gonna get him on the next piece of the conversation
Hey,
later
J-Star.
on. But listen, literally, I've had friends that says they bang girls and the girls' stuff was so stink while they were doing it, but they finished.
That
And then after they finished, they thought about it. Our brain doesn't work until after you're done.
So you telling me you have to wait until some funk hits you after the fact to think about it?
Because of how our brain works. Sex drives us. We have a hard rock, like they said, no blood to your brain. A hard rock. We're gonna
like
do.
old cabbage
That's-
water left
How
on
many
the
times
oven
have you seen it?
stove.
So everything I'm saying to you, there is documented proof of this. How many times you seen a beautiful woman such as yourself? Beautiful woman
Thank you.
is such as yourself, right?
Thank you.
And you are the best woman. You cook, you clean, you take care of your man. But he left you for some skank down the street. How many times that happened? Tons of times.
Yeah, countless.
And the
I don't
point
take
is
it
that
personal.
but the thing about it is that women look at that and says there was something wrong with me why
No.
he did that. Or
No.
some women look at it and says whatever. The reason why it happened
And the
is that
reason why you would look at it as such is if honestly you're insecure within yourself.
no, but here's
As a woman,
but
because
he-
if you understand the nature of a man, you wouldn't be surprised or thrown off guard.
well this is why I'm telling you that you have to understand. You just made my point for me. You understand the nature of a man, knowing that men
Yeah,
are
I'm
dogs
not-
and we're
I'm
gonna
not-
do what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
So
it
now that
took
you
some
understand
time.
that, right?
It definitely took some time, but I understand. But it's also, I mean, oh gosh, you could go so deep. You
Yeah.
could go deep, deep.
Oh,
deep.
we're gonna go deep in this. Over the coming weeks, we're gonna go deep. but what I'm saying is, if
Because
you,
this happened to me.
right,
I've been cheated
and I'll
on.
tell you what it is. When you go, a lot of times women see a guy would have a beautiful girl and leave her for some other girl. The recorder in his head,
Squirrel.
his initial thought was not to leave you. I want you to know that.
Yeah.
His initial thought is that because we're impulsive, we see the girl, I say, I'm going to hit that, bro. I just want to hit that. I hit it. I have an orgasm. My brain start working. Now I start looking at her like, okay.
Next thing you know, she at your door 6 months later, like I'm pregnant.
You know what I'm saying? Well, you got well, that's a whole different story. But no, but my thing is that you hit it and now you're sitting there, you're like, oh, you know what? She got a beautiful smile.
Okay.
I didn't notice that smile before. Oh, her breath smells really nice. Trust me, all the time I'm talking to her, I did not notice her breath. My mind was on banging. Ooh, she felt good when we did it. I
That's
want to try it again.
crazy. That's
Ooh,
insane.
she is smart. And now that guy, that's why
That's
sometimes.
that's the last thing. That
So-
I'm
right.
glad that you put it in that order
Yeah.
because it's literally that would be the last thing.
No, absolutely.
She has a brain.
Yeah,
She
exactly.
could think for herself.
That's after orgasm. We start
Wow.
thinking. A lot of times you seen some real handsome guy with some ugly girl, and you was like, how the hell did that happen? He didn't go there to stay there. He went there to bang and leave.
Yeah, and he wanna fall
But-
in love.
But when he banged, he realized there's a whole
I
other
love
thing with
you,
this.
Boo.
That's when. So J Star over there telling
That's
me,
big boo.
look, I see the girl, right? And J Star saying to me, yo, DP, that girl ugly as hell. And I'm like, Jay, yeah, I know she ugly, bro, but I just want to bang it. She got a fat ass. That's what we say. I'm telling you how guys
Yeah,
talk, right?
no,
She got a fat
listen,
ass.
I
And
grew up around all males
Right.
on my father's side of the family,
Mhm.
so it took years before the females came, but yeah.
yeah, right. And that's how we
I-
talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. And even with me having a little haircut, the
Mhm.
conversation once upon a time, and it still is the same way. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we go, she got a fat ass. The next thing you know, he go bang her.
yeah.
Just because she had a fat ass.
right.
And you get in there, and that stuff is
she
what
don't know
I don't
A
know if you ever
from
heard.
Z.
Red Fox did a thing back in the day, and he says it talked about the elusive snapping, PUSSY, right? And- right, exactly. And I never
Elusive?
realized that was a real thing. It is a
Wow.
realist thing because when
Wow.
he go there and he get a hit of that elusive snapping, and it grabs him and do
Goes
whatever,
retarded?
then now he like, I gotta go back. I gotta go back. Now that ugly girl that me and J Star was sitting down talking about, and I was like, she's ugly. Joe Star be like, you still messing with that ugly girl? And I'm saying to J Star, yo, she ain't ugly, dog. What you talking about? She ain't ugly. You, that girl pretty. that girl beautiful.
Don't
You know what
talk
I'm saying?
about her like that. That's my boo.
Why you talking about her? You know what I'm saying? And now we're like, wow. But that's what happened. Because once you're a man have sex and his brain start working, at this point now he starts seeing the woman for who she truly is. So I say all that to say this. A lot of women like to sit around when guys are dating and say, I'm gonna wait 6 months. Like Steve Harvey told you about that 6 month thing that you're supposed to wait 90 days, 3 months, 90 days to give a guy some coochie, right? I'll tell you this. Like he said, it's bullshit. We're going to get J Star in the conversation, right?
You are listening to Livewire Radio 95.7 FM and livewireradio.com.